Hey kiddos, so we're going to read this book again, The Seed and the Giant Saguaro. And I want you to focus today on all the different colors. Look at how vibrant the desert is. The desert just isn't brown, is it? It's got beautiful green cactuses. The mouse is a beautiful brown color, and the coyote has some gray on his tummy. The saguaro fruit is like a pinkish red color. The bird is blue, and our snake is white and brown. Because you know how whenever anyone talks about the desert, they always tell you that the desert's very brown. It doesn't have a lot of green or a lot of plants. It's got other things. So that's what we're going to focus on today. We're going to focus on the details of the desert and what colors you see. Okay? So this is written by Jennifer Ward and it's illustrated by Mike K. Ranger. Okay. This is the giant saguaro. See, the desert just isn't brown. There's white flowers everywhere, right? And look at down here, there's some red on the ground. This is the fruit that grew on the giant saguaro. There's the red in the desert. Look at here's the mouse. This is the pack rat that ran in a hurry and carried the fruit with a great deal of worry that grew on the giant saguaro. Okay, what colors do you see in this one? I see reds, I see brown, I see green, I see like a light brown, maybe a tan with a darker brown for the snake, right? This is a snake that slid with no sound, that traveled a pack rat that ran in a hurry and carried the fruit with a great deal of worry that grew on the giant saguaro. What colors do you see? Because I see a lot of different colors that aren't only brown, right? I see grays, I see greens, I see blues now, and I see red. This is a bird that raced on the ground, that chased a snake that slid with no sound, that trailed the pack rat that ran in a hurry and carried the fruit with a great deal of worry that grew on the giant saguaro. Look at all those beautiful colors, and they're not just brown. They're all different kinds of shades, right? Here's the coyote that quickly dashed, that followed the bird that raced on the ground, that chased the snake that slid with no sound, that trailed the pack rat that ran in a hurry and carried the fruit with a great deal of worry that grew on the giant saguaro. Look at all those different colors of greens, right? And now the coyote's here, and the coyote's not just brown, he's got white and gray on his tummy. He's got some gray on his shoulders too, right? And the bird's not just blue, she's got a little bit of white mixed in her feathers. These are the clouds that rumbled and flashed above the coyote that quickly dashed, that followed the bird that raced on the ground, that chased the snake that slid with no sound, that trailed the pack rat that ran in a hurry and carried the fruit with a great deal of worry that grew on the giant saguaro. Look at the thunderstorm. The thunderstorm isn't just black and gray, is it? It's got purple, it's got blue, it's got white for the lightning, looks like a little bit of yellow. This is the rain that tumbled down, that came from the clouds that rumbled and flashed above that coyote that quickly dashed, that followed the bird that raced on the ground, that chased the snake that slid with no sound, that trailed the pack rat that ran in a hurry and carried the fruit with a great deal of worry that grew on the giant saguaro. See, look at all those different colors. This almost looks red, doesn't it? We got greens, we got blue and yellows, we got whites, we almost got like a pinkish orange in the sky, right? And even the animals are all different colors. They're not just one color and they're not just brown, right? Those are details. The looks of the picture are the details. Let's look at this picture with the details. Look at all the giant saguaros, right? You can see them all over the land. You can see the thunder and the lightning. You can see the rain coming down, and the rain isn't just one color, is it? The rain is all different colors. This is the picture I want you guys to focus on when you write about, in your writing journal today, about details in the desert. You can pause it right here and you can write about what details you see and what's happening in the desert in this picture. Okay, so you can pause it right now or you can go back after I'm done reading the book, okay? Your choice. This is the earth all moist and brown, soaked by the rain that tumbled down, that poured from the clouds that rumbled and flashed, above the coyote that quickly dashed, that followed the bird that raced on the ground, that chased the snake that slid with no sound, that trailed the pack rat that ran in a hurry, and carried the fruit with a great deal of worry, that grew on the giant saguaro. See, look at how beautiful it is over there. And it's not just brown, is it? Look at the shadows. The shadows are a little bit blue. These are the seeds so black and tiny that sunk in the earth all moist and brown, soaked by the rain that tumbled down, that poured from the clouds that rumbled and flashed, above the coyote that quickly dashed, that followed the bird that raced on the ground, that chased the snake that slid with no sound, that trailed the pack rat that ran in a hurry, and carried the fruit with a great deal of worry, that grew on the giant saguaro. This is a cactus new and spiny that grew from the seeds so black and tiny because of the pack rat that stole the fruit, that dropped the seed that slowly took root. And grew to a giant saguaro. All right, so I'm going to flip back to that page that we're focusing on. Oh, maybe it's a little further away. Okay, I want you to pause right here, and this is what I want you to write about the different details you see in this picture. Because everything is not just brown in the desert, is it? Everything has lots of color. So that's what you'll be doing today, okay? Have a good day. Bye.